Hey, all right, connectors. Job is going well. I'm going to take my poly. You know what? I be thinking weird sometimes. So we about to leave and go get some lunch. Kevin's hungry. So anyway, I got my poly out, right? And I don't want to leave it here because sometimes I'm like, well, what if somebody open it and put something in there? I be thinking crazy sometimes. I mean, not to say it can't happen. So I want to bring this with me. So anyway, one of our members, he's actually one of my students. He messaged me a few days ago when I talked to him today. And his question was, Courtney, I want to upgrade my vehicle. Right now, he's kind of working out of like a minivan, and I can tell he's definitely anxious and hungry to take his reputation and his image to the next level, which I encourage all of you to do. But again, to each his own. But in his case, he said, Courtney, I don't know if I should save $10,000 to $15,000 and buy a used van or finance and get something newer. Now guys, again, this is going to be one of those questions, no matter who you ask, everybody's going to have a different opinion. Okay, you can ask Clark Howard something about finances, he's probably going to give you a totally different answer than what's the other guy name that I don't really what's the other guy's name, Dave something. But anyway, long story short, first of all, how long is it going to take you to save $10,000, $15,000, right? 6 months, a year? I don't know. I don't know your finances. And I'm not speaking to him, but just in general. I don't know how much you can save, how much you're making. Let's say if you save $8,000 and something happens to your previous van, okay, while you're trying to save up for a new van, let's say the transmission go out and it costs you $2,000 or $3,000. Now that's $2,000 or $3,000 back out of your savings. Me personally, guys, if you're in a position, okay, and this is just my advice, all right, Dave Ramsey, that's who I was thinking about. If you are in a position to get a newer van, finance, that's what I do. Okay, I'm not, listen what I said. I said that's what I do. All right, that's not saying what you have to do, but to me, it's a great feeling when I can jump in something more up to date. All right, less miles, and feel comfortable. Now I will say this, like I told him earlier, I'm not saying that an older van is gonna run worse than a newer van, but just being realistic, you're going to have less issues, less maintenance, okay, with a newer van than an older van. I had older vans, okay. I had the Astro vans, I had the Ford E250, bought my first cargo van, all right, well, not my first, but my first one I put a truck mount in, $2,500 cash. Now remember, guys, this was about 10 years ago. And guess what? That van, throughout the years, caused me a lot of issues. All right, radiator going out, this going out, transmission, had to get the transmission rebuilt. That was like $4,000. So that's the thing, guys, is that it's no right or wrong. Like I told him, you just have to do what you're comfortable doing. I don't mind making payments. I do still have 2 payments. My ProMaster truck mount that Kevin is usually in, that van is paid off. This van, I think, is going to be paid off in like 5 months. I didn't even know I had this van this long. I actually did 4 years on this truck. And my little ProMaster, it will be paid off really soon too. The payment's so cheap. That payment is like $200 something a month. This payment right here on this truck is about $700 a month. So with that being said, guys, it's a lot of things to consider. If you do want to buy something cash, $10,000 to $15,000, how soon is it going to take you to get that $10,000, $15,000? But if you do have, me and Craig was talking about this earlier, Craig Flemings, we talked earlier, taking advantage of leverage. If you got good credit, this is why they had those systems in place. Not to say that everybody takes advantage of it or uses. Some people don't believe in credit. Some people do not believe in credit cards. There's a lot of people that's cash only, okay? But for me, guys, I didn't have time to save $15,000, to get a used van. So, when I started out, so I got what I could. But when I was able to take advantage of credit, building my credit, and utilizing my credit so I can get stuff like this, to me, it just makes me feel more secure, all right? To have something newer, up to date, less miles, and it's giving me less issue. It's a great feeling when I can drive 2.5, 3 hours away, no issues. It's a great feeling when I can go to work in Tennessee, no issues. Me and Kevin went to Knoxville about 3 months ago. Me and my wife just went to Savannah. That was a 5-hour drive. Great feeling when I can jump in something newer and don't have to think about issues, you know. So anyway, guys, that's my take. Like I say, do what's best for you. And what, you know, like I told the guy earlier, for me, not now, you know, I'm not in grind mode now. But when I got my first payment, my truck mount payment, that was my first business investment payment. It just made me really focus and have reason to really go out here and get it, you know. So that's how I look at it, man. I'm not afraid of responsibility. All the financial responsibilities in my business and also in my home is all me, you know. But it makes me feel good to be in that position and be able to do that. So anyway, guys, hopefully this video can help. And we're about to go get some lunch because Kevin is hungry. All right, guys, see you in the next one.